once you have normalized, then it's the same HOG like based algorithm where you try to compute local features in this window around the detection. Okay, so what you do is you have the 16 cross 16 window, which is like 16 pixels by 16 pixels. And then you try to rotate, so you will normalize. And the other factor, you also have scale, right? Different key points will have different scale. So you will take that into account and you will only crop like the 16 cross 16 window based on that scale. For example, if the scale is very big, your patch size will be big, but again, you will have to do some adjustments. You can select resizing to make it 16 cross 16. So one example could be like if the scale is very small, it could be in that region you don't have 16 cross 16 pixels. Then you'll have to perform some kind of interpolation, or you can say extrapolation, right? To make it 16 cross 16. And then you can just compute gradients, okay, for that window. And again, you can use a smoothing filter or not. So all that is fine. Okay, so this is like the step which is shown here. So each of these bounding boxes is actually showing you key point. And the size of that bounding box is the scale. So if the bounding box is smaller, the scale was smaller. For example, this is like pretty small here, right? And the orientation you have, that is actually the orientation which is dominant in that at that location, at the pixel location. Now what you will do is you will adjust or normalize the orientation. So you will rotate that patch, right? And then you will also resize that patch to 16 cross 16. Let's say if it could be anything else, maybe 30 cross 32 as well. But 16 cross 16 is, let's say, just one example. And again, that's one parameter which we'll have to decide. And you extract that patch. And you can see here that all these patches are 16 cross 16. And for all of those, like the orientation has been fixed. So they are like completely perpendicular. Right. So now what you do next is for each block, which is 16 cross 16, again, you already have computed those edges, right? You have performed smoothing, so you don't have to do that again. So just reuse those values. And again, for each pixel location, you will have these orientations. Now what you do is you will extract like the HOG kind of features, which we discussed in the previous segment. Okay. And again, this is shown, I think 8 cross 8, but again, that's a parameter. So if it's 16 cross 16 window, you will have 16 cross 16 cells here. Okay. So you similarly break that bigger block into smaller cells, let's say 4 cross 4. And for each cell, which is 4 cross 4, you will have to extract a histogram based on the orientations and depending upon how many bins you have. So in this case, if you have 8 bins, so again, you will divide your 0 to 180 degrees to 8 different bins, or 0 to 360 degree into 8 different bins, and create that histogram. And you will do that for each cell. And in total, you have a 4 cross 4, 16 cells. Your feature will be 128 dimension long. Okay. So if you divide that into 4 cross 4, each cell is 4 cross 4, you will have 4 different cells. And for each cell, you will have 8-dimensional histogram. And again, you just concat those like you were doing for HOG feature. That is going to give you 128-dimensional feature vector. So then at the end, what's going to happen is, let's say you have a given image, you detected all these key points, which will be a long list. Then for each key point, you will extract a 128-dimensional feature vector. And depending upon how many key points you have, that will decide like what is the size of your feature vector for that particular image. Okay, so again, this is just a recap of that. This is your 16 cross 16 window, and you are dividing like your window into 4 cross 4 cells, and each cell is 4 cross 4. So what you do is you take each cell, let's say this one, you compute orientation for each pixel location, and then based on all the orientations you have in this cell, you can actually create a histogram. For example, if there are 8 bins, you can have 8 different values for that. And then you will have 8 values for each cell. Then you can just concatenate for all the cells you have in this block, and that's going to give you your SIF feature descriptor. So again, once you have the descriptor, you can perform all those like post-processing things, for example, normalization and all. So this is again same as HOG. It's nothing new. And again, so again, normalization you can have different variations, right? So we discussed that you can have L2 norm, you can have L1 norm, or you can do like double normalization. First normalize, maybe clamp higher values, and then again renormalize, right? So all those are different variations, but the whole idea is you just want to normalize your feature vectors.